while you were out of town, I got ripped off in a whole new way.
Deli?
There's a little bit of a math joke. So I was at the deli. I go, it's one further up, but okay, grilled chicken quesadilla, $8. I hand the guy a 20. He reaches into the register, hands me a 10 and a 1. And he says, "Hey, I'm out of ones. Take a banana." He tried to give me a banana.
Did you take the
instead
banana?
of the one? No. I just stared at it for a second, and then it was like, all right, I guess I'll just get a soda. So he basically forced me to buy a soda.
Wow, and the fact he wants you to get a banana for 25 cents.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Or
you're going to charge me $1 for a
Exactly.
banana?
Yeah. That's not an equivalent.
Right.
The balls on this guy.
That's where you
No,
should have
he-
used him.
What are the odds he had one single in the register?
Dude,
What
he
kind of
definitely
business-
had it. That's his new hustle. Or you had 4 quarters. Or what about this one, though? You had an opportunity. You could have said, oh, okay, let me get one of these expensive, one of these drinks they drink over here now. It's got the poppy or the weird names, the
Yeah,
$4
I mean, like,
sodas.
yeah, the probiotic.
CBD drink or
probiotic soda. No, well, it's like, just give me the quesadilla for free.
something.
You're not
there's
running
that.
a good business.
Right.
Yeah.
I was thinking spring them on the soda. Be like, hey, it's your fault. Now you owe me probiotic.
The balls on this guy to look me in the eye and say that, though.
Right.
He saw me coming.
Oh, yeah.
He really thought I was going to go for a banana. If I want a banana, I'll buy a banana.
You know how
That's it.
bad he's hitting people in this neighborhood with that? That's why he's always got them bananas there.
I think these bodegas, they want you to use the swipes now, or like the tap.
Oh, yeah,
Just
because you
they
see
can-
what they charge
They can
now.
charge you whatever they want.
$1.27 I paid on $3 at our deli.
Yeah.
I go, dude, I said, this doesn't make sense. He's like, yeah, it's the fee. I was like, dude, I don't.
There's
I spent
like
$3.
a notice on the wall. It's like the fee is whatever percentage. They can put whatever they want on there.
Yeah.
And no one's looking at it because everybody's, it's too fast.
Oh, yeah, they're winning with that. Yeah, we take cards.
Yeah, I
And
still
then-
haven't paid with the card at a bodega.
And the card's way up here, and you don't see what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They're pressing buttons. They don't give you a receipt, right?
Yeah.
You check your bank account.
Yep.
You're like, oh, got me $4 for a water.
Next thing you know, your money's in Somalia.
I think this thing right here set me back $4. That's why I'm drinking it slow.
Wow.
Yep. Got me last night.
I'm going to be the last guy paying with cash.
Well, this one, they got me in West Village with this. I went to try to buy it at a pizza place, and the dude says $4. And
$4?
yeah, after I bought it, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And then he's acting like he doesn't want to give me the change. And, I'm with people that I'm not trying to look poor in front of, Like, there's principles. It's a networking thing in our business. So either way, he goes, dude, what do you want me to do? It's a pizza shop. It's like, what's that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so the pizza should be expensive. Why is the water $4? Because it's a pizza shop.
$4 is wild.
Yeah.
That's not even airport prices.
This is $2.25 probably in real life.
Ah, even
$1.89
then.
at Dwayne
at the,
Reed.
At
How
the
much-
bodega, that should be $1.50.
Oh, really?
Cans $1, bottles $1.50.
Wow, they've been overcharging me at the bodega since I moved in.
They've been
This
getting
is $2.25 for me all day.
Okay. I'll never buy the bottles, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, $4 is wild.
You just gotta hand them the 3 and walk away, and make them chase you out of the store.
I guess. I don't know. Everything in this, it's always all these little things like that, though. It adds up. I got vendettas against every bodega within like 8 blocks of here.
I know it does. I quit going to your guy over here. I won't even go. People tell me, the doormen from my old neighborhood, they grew up in this neighborhood. They tell me that deli up there to the right, like when you cross the street, you go
Family
past.
Dollar.
No, maybe not even. Oh, yeah.
Dollar General is further
Yeah,
up.
yeah. It's going that way.
Yeah.
But it's that deli to the right. They say that's the best sandwiches. I go there. The dude's always overcharging me. I quit going. I'm like, I'll pay it this time. $3 for a small Red Bull. I'm like, dude, I know it's $2.50.
Yeah.
If I'm a pretty girl, $2.
I go there usually in the mornings when I go on my way to work to get my breakfast sandwich.
Yeah.
And like sometimes if they're too busy, I have to go across the street. And it's like I kind of have like, because I have the same work days every week. So I kind of like, we're always on the same schedule.
Yeah.
So I know who the guy is who's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, he must have called out sick or something. And
Yeah.
they got this like ex-con dude. This guy runs the shop like a tyrant.
The register, the guy
Just-
making the food.
The guy making the food.
Oh,
And he's
yeah.
just like always running an errand during this. He's just walking around,
Yeah.
going outside, handling business.
Yeah, I hate that. Smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, you're just standing there. He's just on his phone. Yeah, I don't know.
it's bad when you got to say, hey, wait, now how much meat are you going to put on that sandwich? And then you confuse them. They'll be like, a sandwich worth. What do you mean? They get mad. You tell them, well, I got bacon, egg, and cheese over here, and there's one little piece of bacon in the middle. I still took it home. I think I spent about $7.50 for it. This is that deli by the gym by Blink Fitness. That deli. They got me with that bacon. The one with the 9-year-old running the register? That deli right there. Kid's about 8 or 9.
That 9-year-old kid works at like 3 different bodegas in this neighborhood.
Yeah, I told him, I said $7.50. He goes, hey, man, what do you want? I don't make the rules. Minimum wage went up. I'm like, dude, this is a family business. You guys are making cash.
You guys aren't paying taxes.
You're 9. Like, are they even allowed to pay you? He was selling weed, too.
Oh, wow.
They sell weed at the one.
The best bodega is surprisingly the one right by the train. Across the street.
I'm trying to think of that one.
It's kind of new, but it's like, that's just my new spot.
Is it on the left or it's not on our side?
I still have, this is the one place in my neighborhood that still hasn't ripped us off yet.
Wow, I got to go there and get ripped off.
Yeah, it's going to happen at some point.
What do you think would happen if you started going to these places with a wig on? Do you think you'd get a better deal or a worse deal?
The thing is, with all these little rip-offs, is that if I actually like stood up for myself, I could pretty much do what I want in most of these places.
Yeah.
If you just argue, but it's just like, I'm not going to argue with you over
50
a banana.
Cents. Yeah.
Yeah, a banana instead of I'm not going to fight somebody for $1. That's what they know. They know to keep it, reasonable enough.
I see it right in front of me. If a halfway decent girl, any type of woman that they might want to holler at, and almost any girl at these delis, he's giving them stuff for free, giving them the little kiss lips. It's okay. It's on me. Take some gushers and stuff.
I feel like those girls are getting ripped off even more.
Yeah, they're probably charging them extra.
They're all drunk and they're just tapping their phone. They're like, they're too nice because they just like moved to New York from Michigan or something.
You are right.
So
I did see it.
Yeah. They girls like, oh, I want ice cream. She buys like a thing of Haagen-Dazs. She's probably getting charged like $14.
Yeah.
Oh, it's New York.
Yep, and then he's giving her a little pack of gushers. I love Javier.
Yeah.
He's so good. I love my deli, man.
Yeah.
Just charge me whatever. I've had girls. I've heard them say that. I'm like, no. When I'm with them, charge whatever. I'm like, no, don't charge whatever. This is $1.50. This right here is 2 for 59 cents. So.
We're running a business here. Yeah, this is a transaction.
Charge whatever. It's my card, bitch.
These are not your friends.
Yeah.
So you were just in Ohio, right?
Yeah, it was.
For a little while.
Man, dude, it's crazy the amount of money people have in Ohio. I forget that people have money. We talk about, dude, people in Ohio just have money, dude. Like a lot of them. I thought like there's a lot of poor people, but I'll be honest, dude, these people are driving around $85,000 trucks. They're 18 years old.
This is in Youngstown?
Well, all surrounding areas. I don't know. Youngstown.
It's a mixed bag.
Yeah, Youngstown's a more poor town, but the outskirts, like the country part.
Yeah.
I was kicking it more in the country,
What's like what city is that?
It's still Ohio. It's Youngstown. Like they got different areas.
It's not. Is it like the college part or like the?
It's no, college part's downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, but
like
within like an hour drive or 2-hour drive, you could be in PA. You could be in the country in PA. I don't want to be putting exact locations on the internet. But just all around Ohio. I was all parts of Ohio, and yeah, dude, just people skiing and people just dropping money on guns and like. There's people in that town that just have money to blow.
Well, cost of living is lower.
Yeah, your cost of living is like $500 a month.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of them though are actually they're just charging it up, or it's actually like they got cash like that?
Nah, these guys are making money because you gotta keep in mind that's who the backbone of Ohio is. Like, there's people living in Ohio that like work for the railroad or like they make like $280,000 a year, drive trains, and like there's welders and like.
Well, it's like a high skilled union job.
Farmers.
Yeah.
Dude, I seen some farm equipment. I didn't know how expensive this shit gets. There was a green. I think it's made to till. It's huge. I want to say it probably tills the yard, breaks it all up. Mm-hmm. It's real big, and it's got this thing behind it that probably levels it out.
Yep.
$1 million. It was for sale. And people buy planes. You know how cheap a plane is? People in Ohio just have planes.
Well, it's like the little like crop duster plane.
It's
right?
a little Cessna. I seen the one, a 150 Cessna. It's similar to the one that landed. Did you see that plane had to land on the freeway?
Yeah. How much is the plane?
You can get a plane for $20,000. The pilot license I was talking to somebody is what sets you back.
Yeah.
You could drop like $10,000 just on the license. That's insane.
Oh, wow. Plus, what are you even flying? Where are you even going?
They go 800 miles. A cheap Cessna.
But I mean, like, unless you really got a place to be. And then you also got to, once you take your plane there, it's like, what, you got to rent a car?
I don't know how it works, but like, I'm guessing there's different airport sites. You got to get connected with the people. Like, you could fly to New York if you want.
Nah. I mean, you can't fly to, like, JFK. I think you got to fly to like Teterboro and
yeah, you'd
Jersey
have to fly to somewhere in Long
That's what
Island.
I'm saying, though, is that like if you wherever you're going, it's not like it's going to be convenient because your car, unless you have two cars at the airports, it's like,
right.
What, are you getting a ride from?
It could be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and you got to go from Long Island to the city.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't be too bad though. I guess.
But I mean,
4
like
hours.
Luxury. If you're really rich like that, you're still driving. I think.
Right.
Yeah, you're in like your Sprinter van or something.
Yeah, because it's just 6 hours straight through or whatever, or 8 hours. Ohio is like an 8-hour trip.
Yeah, but flying though, it's like to actually be like a rich guy flying. That's still like
I wouldn't
Drake
even want the jet. Oh, where they have. No, I think it would be cool to fly your own plane though.
That's
like,
not like that's not like a baller move though.
That's
like some hobby
still
shit.
a baller move though.
I don't know. That's just like it's the same way if you have like a Rolls Royce or something. You don't want to drive yourself. You got a guy.
Yeah, it would just be a fun experience. Like driving's boring,
I don't know. When you got money like that though, I wouldn't. You got more to lose.
Just flying it around, you wouldn't risk it.
I wouldn't trust this little rickety ass plane for $20,000.
I
I wouldn't fly any plane that costs less than a car. I wouldn't trust it.
You see these farm boys got planes and stuff. They'll look over their crops.
But they're going like they're just a crop dust. It's just going like in circles over your land or something.
Yeah.
You're not going over, to Seattle or something.
Yeah, they just fly around the area a little bit.
Yeah.
Fly to their friends. Everybody has land out there.
Yeah. Did you go out to like the countryside and stuff?
Yeah, I was over there.
Oh, I saw the picture you posted with your sister.
Oh, yeah.
That is a gigantic truck.
Oh, dude. It's not even lifted yet.
I had a picture in my head what I thought it would look like. That was way bigger.
Yeah, dude, it's not even lifted yet. That's the thing. It's 11 feet tall, and it could do like a 6-inch body lift, a suspension lift, and tires. Altogether, it could go another
I mean, it could be like
a
a big rig at that point.
Yeah.
Jesus
it could go up easily 1.5 feet from where it's at, no problem.
Wow. See, that's that kind of car, though. Don't you have issues with clearance?
That's what I was telling her. I don't know if I would take it up
You're
that
trying to
big.
drive under bridges and stuff?
11.5 right where it's at, that's like the cutoff.
You're hitting freeway signs or something.
Yeah, once you're at 12, you can't. There's a lot of roads you have to go.
Even just
route.
getting like McDonald's or something. There's always like a bar or something.
No, you're right.
Go.
12 feet. And she's right there on the line.
Wow.
Dude, it is cool. We drove it. It's a stick shift. And that's what I mean. These people in Ohio got them trucks and they got guns. Like, dude, everybody's got so many guns there. I didn't really. When I lived there when I was younger, I didn't realize that. Like, it takes 4 seconds to get an AR-15.
Yeah.
It literally takes
well, you just point at it and then,
the background check comes back in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
They did it.
It makes sense. One. I mean, like, it sounds shocking, but it's also like, how long could a background check take, right?
I guess.
You just scan your name. I mean, your name clears.
Dude, it's just insane to me that you could just be 18 and just have these fucking...
Yeah, that's a bit much.
I mean, imagine you're in traffic and you could have it in your car, I think.
Doesn't it have to be in your trunk or something? Or
I think the clip has to be in the glove box and the gun needs to be in the back seat. These pickup trucks, there's the gun.
Yeah. Wow. Do you know people who are actually driving around like that?
Everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Every single person I know, but maybe 3.
Jeez.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're all like, they actually got ARs on them? Or it's just like
AR's the popular one.
Wow.
Extended clip, they say, I'll make it rain. That means all the shells, 30 shots are going to come out. It's going to rain.
Wow.
It's the Rambo guns.
Yeah. Man.
Crossbows, dude. I met a girl. She's the second best archery. She won second best in Ohio for a regular bow and arrow, killing things.
Wow.
Imagine you just get shot in the neck with a bow. Some girl from Ohio.
Yeah, it takes a little bit more heart than shooting somebody, I guess, right?
What's crazy with these farm boys and these people that build houses, because, my cousins, they build houses. It's so much money you make. Like, people don't realize how much is involved in building
Oh, yeah.
houses.
Just being a contractor?
They're actually building it. It's him and his brother. They build it themselves. 2 people build the whole house.
Wow.
Yep, it's him and his brother. They're hard workers. Their father was the same way.
Are they actually, like, getting rich off it? Or
Yeah.
Is it like...
And then people that cut down trees. Well, nobody's ever really getting rich, but they could pay $60,000 for a truck, cash.
Right, yeah.
Like, and people that cut down trees. This one dude got like $140,000 truck. He said, yeah, it took me a year to pay it off, a little extra every month. And when you think about it, he's 21 years old. Like,
right.
It's a lot of $140,000 truck completely paid for.
Wow.
It's got the boom to cut down trees like the electrical workers use where you go up in the bucket.
Oh, yeah.
He's got one of those.
The cherry picker thing?
Yep.
Wow.
And they have like warehouses. Like, dude, the guy that invented BowFlex is from Youngstown too.
We've talked about this, yeah.
Yeah.
You were supposed to get some sort of a deal going with him, right?
His house is crazy. Yeah, I was going to do some commercial work. People been hitting me up for commercials in general.
Man, you doing a BowFlex commercial would be sick.
Yeah.
That would be the ultimate.
I would love it.
Especially if you don't even tell anybody, they got to just find out on their own.
Well, the truth is now he has even better equipment. It's really good stuff that comes right to your house at a great price.
Sounds like you're doing a BowFlex ad now.
Yeah.
You're going to love the way you look.
I'll tell you what, I do like his equipment. I use some of it, and I would promote it just because it is good.
That BowFlex really was like, that was before Pilates.
Mm-hmm.
It was Pilates before Pilates.
Yeah.
Where it's all just springs and stuff.
And everybody had them BowFlexes. Remember how expensive them things were?
Yeah. Well, I remember when I was in high school, one of my friends, that was always his dream, was to buy that. He was always bragging about how he was going to buy his BowFlex.
That was my dream, too.
It was like a few $100, right?
Nah, back then it was like 12 payments of like $69. They were
Yeah.
about $4,000 with interest back then.
Wow.
If you seen the dude's house, you'd know that shit wasn't cheap.
Yeah, well, those were like prime infomercial days.
Yeah, the dude that invented that truck's from Ohio, too. A lot of inventors are from Ohio.
Wow.
I don't know why we got so many inventors out there.
It's a big state.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, he invented those cars that you see all the time now. They're real popular. It was him and somebody else. They went in on it, and it's like those little kit cars. They got the system. They drive around, no roof, the wheel in the back.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what they were called. Yeah, he said he kept wrecking his four-wheeler, and they were sitting in the garage. He was sitting on it backwards, and he was like, dude, he's like, why don't they make these backwards?
Huh.
So in his garage, he made his four-wheeler backwards somehow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then that was the prototype.
Jeez. A lot of your old friends are still in the mix?
They're around. They're all married and doing stuff. One of my friends has 4 kids now. It's crazy when you see your friends that the craziest one, and then they have like a good family, and then their wife never knows how psycho they were.
Yeah.
And then she's all around acting normal. And it's like, no, this is Zach, right? Like,
yeah, right. He got it out of his system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach's got some guns.
Yeah, Zach's got a lot of guns. He's a good buddy. This kid's nuts. Dude, he'll be somewhere. He'll be like, oh, yeah, really? And he'll take his gun out and put it to his head.
Wow.
I'm going to paint the wall red right now. Dude, he's just crazy. He's just trying to be funny, but it's like, bro, I don't know how. I don't know if you want to do that.
It's funny because there's so many people probably in Ohio who, like, you tell them you live in New York City, and it's like, man, the place is a fucking war zone. I could never do it.
Yeah.
It's like, there's people, everybody here's got an assault rifle.
Yeah, they will. They'll be like, isn't New York dangerous? Click, click, clack.
Right.
Everybody has guns there. That's why when I'm in New York, I talk a little shit. Like, somebody bumps into me. Sometimes I might be like, hey, man, watch it. In Ohio, people are bumping me. I'm just chilling. I'm at the bar. I'm like, I don't want no problems.
Yeah, but that's because you don't got the gun.
Right.
And everybody else got the guns, though. 2 guys with guns both bump each other.
Dude, you know how many...
John Wick.
Yeah, imagine if somebody really thought it was like that. They got to do some karate. Oh, God. Everybody at Walmart just got their guns on them.
Wow.
You could just bring your gun in there.
It has to be out or it's concealed?
They had theirs out, just sitting right on the hip.
I mean, concealed means you can just have it covered up, though. You got to have it like a holstered up.
I don't know.
Like
I think they do a little bit of both because they were everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Dude, even car salesmen over there have guns. You'll be
Jeez.
like, I guess, yeah, I'll buy it.
Wow.
Yep, car salesmen's going in the back of cars, guns on them. I'm telling you, you don't need to pass a test for the gun no more in Ohio. You just buy one and you have it.
Yeah, I don't think, was there ever a test?
There was this thing you used to have to do a 12-hour class to carry around a gun.
Oh, 12 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are not doing that.
They changed it. You don't need to do it no more.
Wow.
You just buy the gun and carry it.
Yeah, constitutionally.
Yep.
We're not making you take a 12-hour test.
I don't know. We can learn.
Yeah.
We can learn.
No, the bullets come out here.
Yeah. You don't need to learn anything. When my sister did hers, they were strict. He was an older guy. He made her take apart the gun, put it back together 10 times. Like the whole trigger safety. You need trigger control. Your hand should never be near the trigger.
Yeah. They always talk about this trigger discipline thing where you know you're supposed to keep it like this, but it's like, come on.
When I had
What's the fun of having a gun if I got it? Yeah.
When I had mine, dude.
Squeeze that thing.
Yeah, you gotta hold it. You just have it. I loved my gun.
Or you get in front of the mirror and you do a little...
Yeah. And then you get a little bit of money, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have the money in one hand, a gun in the other.
Yeah, you're just doing this thing.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Hello?
Hell yeah, dude. I used to have that, looking up laws.
You do like a twirl it on your finger. And
Never did the twirl on the finger.
I feel like... I mean, I'm surprised that more people don't just accidentally shoot themselves when they're like a teenager.
You know what I always wanted to do if I had a gun? I wanted to do that thing in movies. We talked about this before, where you hit somebody in the back of the neck and they fall.
Yeah, right. You pistol whip them, and somehow they don't have like massive brain damage from it.
It's crazy in movies how they make it look like the clips in movies when they set them on the table. A clip's just a piece. Most of the time, it's a piece of plastic.
Right. Yeah, just has to cover it. Just
to
carry the bullets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always, you got to make this loud ass noise.
Don't do that shit.
They always also cocking the weapon and like putting you feel like they do that with every single shot.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll cock it 4 times.
Yeah. Well, in the middle of a conversation, they keep threatening each other by cocking the weapon.
They got somebody on the floor.
There's already a bullet in the chamber.
I know. I came for you. Click, click.
Yeah. Did you actually go shooting when you were out there?
No, I didn't get a chance to. I tried to get my license, actually, but...
I
got snowed in Minnesota. I didn't have my stuff. My stuff's here. My paperwork. I didn't want to bring it to Minnesota because, it was coming to New York. But, dude, I'll tell you what, man. Look at... I see, like, people that fix bridges. These guys live in Ohio that do this type of work. I'm like, man, I could actually be a man. I could have money and be a man.
Be like a real job.
These guys
You're really doing shit.
This is nothing to you fix a bridge. They'll just give you 10 bands.
Well, the thing is, too, I feel like there must just be the kind of people you are around are people who have like high quality, high skilled labor jobs. There are a lot of people who are just working for Amazon.
Oh, yeah. And I know there's a lot of those people that they're still trying to sell weed. They're still trying to hold on. I ran into one of those guys, bleach blonde hair.
I'm sure there's lots of people who still struggling out there.
Yeah, well, there's that. Then there's the people that get that $400 a month that, their father tells them, when you turn 18, don't forget to get on that disability.
Oh,
their dad knows how to get you on that disability. And then, you just get that. You sell a little bit of weed.
Play with some guns for a while.
Yeah, you're pretty much good to go.
What more does a man need?
There's a dude in Ohio. I don't know him, but he sells guns on the dark web. Which he probably just sells them to people that he knows and tells us it's the dark web or whatever. I don't know him. But he mentioned through a friend that he makes these guns. I would never want to...
It's like a ghost gun.
Yeah, that's what they're called too, ghost gun.
It's like a 3D printed gun.
And, I would never want to shoot something that somebody just made like that.
Yeah, exactly. Same reason I'm not flying that bullshit plane.
Once you shoot a ghost gun... It's
going to, like, shoot down or something.
Well, once you do it, too, he won't shoot any of them. That's his thing. He goes, no, I'm not shooting it. You have to buy it first. Because if you shoot it, I can't sell it or something.
Well, he made that shit out of plastic in his garage. And it's like it's the kind of gun where you could use it once.
Yeah.
And then it probably melts or something.
Breaks apart.
Yeah. Next thing you know, your wife's getting taken away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sold it to Alec Baldwin.
Was it a good trip overall, though?
Yeah, I had a blast. I love seeing the family. It was so nice. Everybody was so nice. I miss them.
You stayed with your family, or?
A little bit of both, yeah. My brother, my friend, and my parents. And, hung out a lot with my sister, and we just had a blast. I do miss, I'll be honest, man, I miss that Ohio living.
Oh, yeah.
It's New York's just far enough to where it's inconvenient. Dude, it's really 9 hours, door to door, maybe 10. If I left my house and came here.
Well, into Ohio, it's probably like 6, but then from the border to.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole just leaving New York. Honestly.
Getting in and out of New York is the worst part.
Yeah. You're losing. If I pulled out from here, I'm losing 2 hours before I'm even really on the road.
Oh, yeah. I hate it.
A lot of these people are smart, though. They move like to Astoria, or they'll move over by the George Washington Bridge, I think.
Well, the smart thing is you move to like Newark or something.
Right.
You're just over the bridge. At least you get out of that part. But yeah, just getting out of Manhattan is like, that takes like an hour and a half itself.
Yeah, man, that's the pain in the ass. And a lot of people don't live in New York anymore, though. Houses in Ohio went up like crazy because of the pandemic. I looked for the hell of it.
Of course.
Dude, houses that were like 100,000 are 200,000 now. It's insane.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people who are living here. It's like everybody was making TikToks during the pandemic. Yeah, I can't believe how cheap. It's so funny how many people who lived in New York, they act like they don't realize how expensive this is.
Yeah.
When they move, it's like, I can't believe how cheap it is in Cleveland. It's like, yeah, that's how it is,
I get shocked. Even the airport in like Pittsburgh was cheaper than New York. Like you said, this was like $1.99 at the airport. I'm like, what? Like everything was so cheap at Pittsburgh Airport. It kind of blew me away too. I'm like, well, they actually have normal prices at some airports.
Right.
But like if you go out to a bar, you ask, oh, no, let me get the good whiskey. Then they'll be like, well, just so you know, that's $9. You're like,
wow.
Yeah, that ain't shit.
How much is a Bud Light? You think you go to a dive bar?
$2.
$2?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dollar beer night.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude.
When I was living in San Diego, they made a law that you couldn't do dollar beer night anymore.
Wow.
That's because people were getting too fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah. Imagine if they did dollar beer night here.
Oh, they'd be done. They had penny drafts in Ohio.
Wow. When was that?
When I was like 18.
Jesus Christ.
Serve it to all the underage kids downtown.
Wow. That's the thing. That's why I think I never developed a real drinking problem, was that I came of drinking age in Southern California, San Diego, and then I moved here. So it's like it was always so expensive to get drunk.
Yeah.
Just a regular beer, even back then, was probably like $7-8.
Yeah.
So it's like you're working for minimum wage. You can't really, But if I was in Ohio, then you really get ripped for like $12.
The thing is, in Ohio too, that's the culture. There is like house parties. That a real Ohio thing to do is to sit by a campfire and drink beer in the backyard, where your friends, you take turns riding the 4-wheeler through the woods with like a flashlight.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's what you do.
Jeez.
And you legit just go shoot stuff.
Wow.
Like, cause it's your property. You're allowed to shoot. I mean, you got acres,
Yeah, you got a couple drinks in you.
Yeah, and then you bust out, dude. People have explosive ammunition. Like, there's always trash too. Like, there'll be like a washer that doesn't work that's just in the backyard in Ohio.
Yeah, you're trying to jump it on your skateboard or something.
Or you shoot it with explosive ammunition.
Oh,
that's what people do. They got those bullets that explode on impact. It's like some movie shit.
Like a shotgun or something.
My buddy's got a flamethrower in Ohio. It's
wow.
Like, what do you imagine? So you break in somebody's house and they hit you with a flamethrower.
Well, let's imagine like how often that guy's just fucking plastered. Just like, check this out.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen this one?
Yeah, dude. Just burning shit, dude. He burned up all the bushes. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to cut them down, so I'm going to burn them.
Wow.
It's pretty convenient. And people have torches.
The house you grew up in, though, was it in like you had forests and shit behind you, or it's just the backyard?
No, the house I lived in was inner city.
Yeah.
Where I grew up.
You weren't like in like the Calvin and Hobbes in the woods.
Yeah, but you could drive 15 minutes and be there.
Oh, wow. Did you ever do the beer bottles and
shooting beer bottles? Yeah, we used to do it with pellet guns. I was in the inner city when I had my gun, so I shot at streetlights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I missed them all.
I've never actually fired a gun. I feel like I should probably start in like an actual range.
Yeah, you gotta shoot something.
I mean, shooting beer bottles has to be pretty sick.
Oh yeah.
Especially you go double barrel.
The problem is when you're
Bam, bam,
shooting
bam, bam, bam.
stuff like beer bottles in the inner city, the police always come.
Of course.
So you gotta run with the gun and hide from the cops. It's a big headache. But yeah, and when you're out in the country, dude, nobody even knows you're shooting.
Wow.
You got targets set up. You go shoot that. You know that man that people punch? It's like set up like a man. You know, go shoot that.
The self-defense guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot that with a 50 cal. You ever shoot anything?
Just like the airsoft.
Oh yeah, we
thing.
used to do the pellet guns too at bottles.
Yeah.
And airsoft.
It's fun, but I'm sure it's not as satisfying. Straight
Not
up.
at all.
Yeah.
The thing is with shooting a gun is you lose your hearing for a second. I guess
yeah.
you just get used to that after a while.
You cover up or something, right?
Yeah,
You
I
get
mean,
those
people
big,
put
like-
in earplugs, but nobody's wearing that shit in Ohio.
That
They
looks
just
pretty
talk
badass
loud.
though, like the lawnmower, like the big red ones.
You could always tell when people shoot when everybody's having a normal conversation. They're like, "Oh, Zach's coming. Yeah, he just left the gun range and he comes walking in. Hey, what's up, you guys?"
What'd you say?
Yeah, all loud.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So is the culture though? You think is a lot of because you're driving everywhere, and you are drinking, so it's got to be a lot of drunk driving going on, right?
I'd hope not. I mean, they have Ubers now, but you can't get Ubers at night.
Come on,
dude. You can't get one at night.
even if you could though, everybody's not Ubering.
Yeah, because then they'd have to come back and get their car. But
Yeah.
see, when I grew up there was no Ubers. You were lucky enough to get independent taxi service if you were lucky.
Oh yeah,
But you had to drink and drive when I grew up there. If you, what else are you doing?
yeah, exactly. That's the thing. They never tell you about drinking and driving. Is that like they give you all these plans you're supposed to do with like designated drivers and I don't know, public transportation or something.
Right.
But how often can this even logistically? It doesn't work.
No public transportation really in Ohio.
It's late night and you got to get home somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
They need more people that could. I'll tell you what they really need. Every bar should have a bar bus, and you have to pay, and it'll come pick you up. Because Ohio's so small, you're never really gonna have to. Well, I'm saying not so small, but like you're driving 10 minutes to the bar. If not, you're going to a different bar. You're not really driving 30 minutes. All the bars are the same there.
That's true.
So it's like everybody has a bar within 10 minutes. So you should just have a bus there. And then, hey, you
Party
come
bus.
here. Party bus.
Yeah.
Dude, it adds so much more to it.
Yeah.
Leave your car at home. We're getting fucked up. The party bus is 15 ahead. All it does is drive people all day.
The reason they don't do it is just their business model is working now.
Yeah.
People just get drunk and drive home, I guess.
I guess it. I mean, it's working for them.
Yeah.
Until you get that lawsuit, I'm pretty sure you can get shut down for that.
Yeah. That's one of those things where it's like, you try not to think about it. How many people are probably just drunk as hell driving home?
Do you think alcohol will always be legal? Do you think they'll start cutting back on that?
Nah. I think young people these days who are like 16 now, they don't drink as much as when we were 16. It's just not like as
I beg
cool.
to differ.
Nah. I mean, like they've done studies on this stuff.
Really?
Those young kids now are taking pills and stuff.
Yeah.
They're getting fucked up and they're doing vapes and shit.
Yeah, you're
Drinking
right.
isn't like doesn't have the same cool as it used to.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of people smoking those weed vapes at the bars.
Yeah.
That's real big.
Yeah.
You know what else I've seen a lot of? And I didn't realize this because I left at such a young age. But when you go to those small towns, there's a lot of those mid-40s, early 50s divorced guys. They're just hanging out with 20-year-old girls, and they're like, the girls are all joking. Oh, that's Ralphie, and he's buying them drinks and whatever. Like it's not a good thing. We're going to Ralphie's to party. It's like you have 20-year-old girls at your house.
I'm pretty sure that's always been
a thing.
It's always been a thing. You just didn't notice it because you were too young at the time.
Yeah.
I think when you're young, you kind of like it's almost like having that like Terminator vision.
Yeah.
Where you were just blocking out that there was always like an old guy like right outside of frame, just leaning against the wall, waiting for. A nice straggler to come along.
Oh, bloated.
Yeah.
What are you drinking? Come on, let's do shots.
Yeah, exactly. He's
chewing gum.
Playing beer pong.
Sells cars.
Yeah.
It's always the car salesman.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one you got to look out for. This dude's like, I'll give you $100 you kiss your friend right now.
Oh
I'm just like, dude, what's this guy at the bar?
You would think that they would get, with videos and stuff, you'd get shamed for doing something like that. But I guess it's just what you do.
But like, how can you gonna shame him? He's like, he's not an entertainer.
But I mean, like, if you just have a video where it's like, hey, check out this old piece of shit at the bar, I think people would,
It would have to go
you
viral.
get your jokes off on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, people got that tunnel vision. That's the problem.
Yeah. I don't know.
The girls were all hanging around this one dude. He had the all tight up top with the little hair up here.
Wow.
No, nice little outfit, nice car.
Yeah,
About 51.
Late night, you go to his house. He's probably at the bar talking about his air fryer.
Yeah.
Oh, you never used an air fryer?
Yep.
And we got jalapeno poppers back in my place.
The move for these guys is they get the jacuzzi.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Once the divorce is set in.
We talked about this before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the classic jacuzzi move.
Yep. And they all have it, dude. Ohio, you could, for like $900 a month, you wouldn't believe what you could own.
Oh, well.
You could really be a baller for $900 a month.
Yeah. They get the jets and...
Yeah, you get a jacuzzi. You have nice, like one of those grenadine you get that marble countertop and all that. Nice little car, heated garage. You get that girl fresh out of high school over your house. She's going to be impressed. She's going to be like, wow, it's just like my parents' house.
It's always a hot tub and the big ass trampoline.
Yeah.
You got a trampoline going?
See, my thing is, if you're one of these old dudes at the bar, right? And you're picking people up and you already got a family that don't love you no more, so they're not really in the picture. And, well, once you run into your buddy's kids, this is small town. It's like, oh, your dad's Vico? I didn't know that,
I think that's you're projecting your own shame onto them. There's no shame for these guys. This is just how they get down. It's like they already tried to live the regular life, or it's like, no, that dried up.
Right.
Now it's time to go back to being young again.
Yeah. They get the Corvette. Once one of those guys back home gets like a shitty sports car, but it looks good if you're 20.
Yeah.
Like, those Corvettes.
It's like the Hyundai that looks like a Bugatti.
Yeah. Or even they go get the Bugatti, but it's like 40 years old.
The old one? Yeah. The 1999 version.
Yeah, 300,000 miles.
Still got like a CD player in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. There was a dude with one of those. I didn't realize you could get cheap Ferraris. And he had a Ferrari for a few years. And his car payment on the Ferrari was only like $500 a month.
Well, you got to think. I mean, like if you're like Floyd Mayweather, it's like once you get the Ferrari, you got it for a year, and then you get the new one.
Oh yeah.
So it's like these Ferraris been being made for a long time. So I guess he's probably driving Mike Tyson's car or something.
Yeah, old beat up Ferrari, all scratched. Looks good at night though.
But it probably still goes fast.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
He's got the personal license plate.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, like back when that car was first made, that still was like a baller ass car to have.
Right.
So it's like it must still be nice.
Yeah, I think it was like $40,000. He said he spent on it.
Have you ever been inside a Corvette?
I've been in an actual Ferrari. I've been in a lot of Corvettes. I mean,
like
Corvettes are cool.
90s Corvette.
I was in all kinds of Corvettes. Yeah, I used to detail cars.
Oh wow!
Remember, I was in the Z06,
did you ever like
the
actually
nice ones.
you open up on it?
I didn't really open up, dude. I wasn't even 16 yet. I was driving Corvettes on the south side, detail them. I got the job because I wanted to drive the cars. I wasn't even 16, and we'd have to drive the cars around the block to get the water out of the cracks.
Oh wow!
So, dude, I drove all kinds of cars, like Corvettes, and the Z06 is a nice, powerful vet. They got those like fiberglass body vets.
Yeah.
They're real powerful. Them Corvettes.
I feel like it would. I mean, like I've never actually I've only owned bad cars, and I've never driven like a nice like Corvette, but I would love to just fucking open up on one of those trashy one,
Yeah, it'll put you in your
90s
seat.
Corvette. Yeah, it's still probably pretty cool.
Oh yeah, dude, they're cool. They sound good. The Ferrari though was badass. I sat in a nice Ferrari and it was just running, and I was like, "This is a different type of thing." Yeah, but this was like a Ferrari that was probably about 200,000. It wasn't like an Enzo, but it was a nice Ferrari though.
Wow.
I sat in one car. I forgot the name of it. It was my friend's car. And anyways, it was some crazy price. I don't even know what it was, like a special Audi race car or something.
Yeah.
But I think it was like $300,000. I had no clue.
Wow.
He drove us in it. He's a car dealer.
Yeah.
So he just bought it to sell it. And he had it for like 3-4 months, and he was just doing some work to it.
Wow.
But something like that, it's like, I don't know if you could really make your money back.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of car, you're not really thinking about.
You're just driving.
Yeah. You're just gunning it at that point. I mean, I think once you it's like a midlife crisis car. So it's just like I'm only gonna have this for a little while, then I come to my senses.
You know, I'd be so happy with a base Toyota Corolla. Like, when do you think that would wear off?
That's why you're at this level. You're too satisfied.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're dreaming too low. You got to dream bigger than that.
I mean, I couldn't even imagine the Rari.
Well, I think the thing with the Ferrari, or even, I mean, Ferrari's nice, but Corvette especially, that's like a trashy car.
Yeah.
That's for like a guy who wants to look like he's, got something going.
Well,
I mean, like real class, you go Porsche.
Porsche is the class.
Porsche is the car. It's the Seinfeld car.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Seinfeld has like 100 Porsches. He's like the collector of but that's like a classy, like, it's not like you're not driving a Bugatti or like a Lambo or something.
It's classy to be in a Porsche.
Yeah, it's always going to look cool.
The Porsche truck would be the way to go.
Nah.
You'd do the car?
Ah, yeah.
Straight up
you get
Porsche.
The straight up
oh, yeah.
turbo.
No, I think of the Porsche now. It's the coupe.
Yeah.
I know that one. Yeah, that thing is slick.
Especially even in Manhattan.
Oh, dude.
I mean, I can't imagine what it's like to open up on it, but like even just it's all tight.
I'd want an old school car, honestly. I'd take like an old thing. But then I say that till I get in that Porsche. But how much do you think
the new
that
Porsche
would be?
though? It's like I'm sure it's just like you don't feel the vibrations.
Yeah.
Just imagine you're whipping corners and shit.
Oh,
it
yeah.
just hugs the ground. You don't got to worry about vibrations and
Get
stuff.
one of those vapes.
Oh yeah. You're living. You get a scarf.
Oh, dude, that would be the move,
Yeah.
dude. You're right.
Pull down the windows. And your African wife's got some hair
glasses.
flowing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Just driving up the West Side Highway.
Can you imagine life like that? Playing some Rod Wave. I went 1,000,000 miles on this road now.
If I was driving a car like that, I wouldn't even be playing rap music. It would just be like classical or something.
You'd be like that driver.
Just a real I got some money, but I'm not showing off.
See, the cool thing is you could have this, and people would think, "Oh, that's definitely real."
Yeah. You just put this in the glove box.
Yeah, and then you just real nonchalantly, "Oh, I forgot that was in there." When you got somebody in the car,
and you throw them your keys, and you just peel off one of these. Like, here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Just
don't worry about it.
You put your hand on their hand.
Did your mother get that thing on her back fixed?
Yeah, you're good with me. Porsche, though, I mean, like that's what's a good Porsche? What's it even cost? It's like $150.
Porsche 911. That's the joint, ain't it?
Yeah, but I mean, like, what's a new one cost? I wouldn't even.
Dude, it's up there.
Hey,
let's ask Siri. Hey, Siri. How much is a brand new Porsche 911 Turbo?
MS.
2021 Porsche 911 Turbo starts at $170,800 for the Turbo Coupe.
Wow.
$183,600 for the Cabrio.
Damn, you got the Cabrio. Nobody's.
Oh,
They won't even know what you got. You got the Cabrio.
Oh, yeah, you ain't heard of this. You pull up in that.
That's pretty cheap, I'll be honest with you. I feel like the new Vets are more than that.
Well, I mean, that's also 3 years old at this point. It's
Oh,
2021. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
a
that's a good
Corvette's
point.
like it's like $100,000, right?
I thought they were way more than that, dude. There's different kinds.
Yeah.
They got a sick Corvette out now.
I guess I never think about seeing a new Corvette. It's always like I associate that with like the 90s.
How much is a 2021 Corvette? We'll say 21 because we. Hey Siri, how much is a new Corvette?
The 2021
Oh, you're right. It's fucking cheap. That's it?
Yeah.
I see why that's trashy.
Yeah, it's like an American car.
Bro, that's crazy. 50 G's, you get a new vet.
Yeah, it's a Corvette, though. I mean, like, it's
Yeah.
the kind of car where it's like, yeah, it is for like a car salesman or a guy who like, he owns like his own like contracting firm.
Yeah, it's
Where
a write-off.
Yeah, where it's like, I'm going to ball on people, but I'm not like, you don't got enough class to buy a Porsche or to buy like an Audi or something. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is wild. See, the cool thing with the Porsche is those things are built for everything. You could probably drive I wouldn't be surprised if it did good in the snow. I mean, you wouldn't want to, but you could drive a Porsche almost year-round in New York. You can't be driving a Ferrari anywhere. The problem with Ferrari, anywhere in New York.
You can't get it fixed.
Bro, I guarantee you try to take a Ferrari other than the main streets like Fifth Ave.
Yeah.
You can't be driving around the back roads in Brooklyn somewhere.
It's all bumpy and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kids are throwing snowballs at you.
You know what would happen? Kids would be throwing rocks. They'd be jealous. You almost need to be out in Vegas if you want a Ferrari.
Well, I think the thing with the Porsche, too, is it comes with like a community. Just imagine you're whipping the Porsche around and you pull up next to the other Porsche guy.
Yeah.
You roll down the window. It's like this is
Look
like,
at each other's
it's your guy.
scarves.
Check it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
What's
good.
kind of scarf you got? Oh, that's plaid Burberry?
Yeah.
This is the Porsche scarf.
And then the light turns green, and you got to act like you're not racing them.
See,
and you
when
just fucking gun it down the road.
when you're the type of guy, because I worked at a car dealership. I worked at a bunch of them. And there's two different types of people in the world. There's some people that buy that Porsche that shouldn't buy the Porsche.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't buy the Porsche. And I'll tell you, as soon as when they get the Porsche and they just take it home, they don't stop at the parts department. They don't get the hat, the sweater, the gloves, the special headphones that go with the Porsche. Those people that'll spend another $3,000 in accessories.
Right.
Got the Porsche jacket.
Yeah.
That's when got the little Porsche snow brush for $300.
Yeah.
Says Porsche.
Well, the first guy probably doesn't. He's probably leaving like plastic wrap on stuff and shit.
Yeah.
The kind of guy where it's like you try to sit down in his car and he makes you like you got to brush off your jacket first.
Oh yeah.
He's the kind of guy who's talking about resale value.
Yeah, it'd be a funny video. Have one of those cars and be like, "Hold on, man, you got to brush off your shoe. You brushed it off. Wait, those pants are too wrinkled. You got to steam those pants."
Oh, we got special pants for you. Yeah. That's like when you're doing you do those moving jobs where they make you put these like plastic wrap on your shoes.
Oh my God, these
like,
people.
Yeah. What kind of life
wood
is this?
floors. One guy was so worried about his floors. He goes, "They're solid oak," and he wouldn't let me move anything.
These floors are from the Civil War.
This guy went and hired another TaskRabbit. I moved him completely out of his apartment. I did all the work, and then we show up to his new one, and I got the dresser on a dolly. And I'm like, no, this dolly's good. It's rubber wheels that are for your floor. He's like, I don't know. Hold on. Just wait right here. I'm still going to pay you. Just wait. And he hires another TaskRabbit.
Wow.
And this dude shows up and does the same exact thing I was going to do.
Wow.
But this dude didn't speak any English. He just comes in. The guy's like, oh, watch the floors. And the dude's just not even listening to him.
Wow.
And just does it and finishes the job. I was like, dude, you don't trust me. I mean, looking back, I did break his coffee table when we were moving there. But, like, the shit was falling apart. And I warned him.
That's what he gets.
Yeah, I said, dude, this is loose, whoever built this. And he goes, it's fine. And I pick it up, and it fell apart. But
see, the thing is, we make fun of these guys, but we've never had good floors, obviously.
Right.
You don't know what it's like to have that kind of responsibility.
Yeah.
I've never had a nice car. So I've never really, were you ever a guy who was, like, making rules about your car?
Yeah, I had a nice car.
When you had the Eddie Bauer?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, did you, like, let people eat in the car?
I didn't. Well, people couldn't smoke in there. They'd get mad. I'd be like, dude, I don't want you burning a seat, or anything. This is...
Well, smoking, I think that's pretty reasonable. But some people get, like, crazy with it. You can't even bring, like, a bottle of water in their car or something.
No, I didn't do any of that.
Yeah,
but I was like, dust off your shoes or, stuff like that.
Would you get mad
smoking.
if I had my backpack and I just threw it in the back seat?
Yeah.
You'd make me like get out the
I'd
car.
be like, dude, you got to put your backpack on. I had the rubber laid down, dude.
Wow.
I was a detailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's just like, what kind of life is this?
I couldn't stand.
Be like, that's why I can't have nice things. Where it's like I can't deal with that kind of stress.
When I had an old Mustang, I hated people would slam. The door would just go click and shut. But for some reason, people were boom.
People would always get mad at me for slamming the door back in the day.
It's like, bro, what, you don't need to do that. This ain't a dump truck.
I remember, when my coworker, when I was back in the day, I was in college. He would always give me a ride home. We went through this routine for probably 6 months, and then one day I remember he looked at me and he asked me like, "Hey, dude, what's your family like?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And like he makes me go through this whole thing where I'm telling him about my parents and my brother. And I'm like, "So why are you asking me this?" He's like, "Oh, you always slam my door." I thought you must have had a fucked up family.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
thought maybe your dad's nuts.
Just tell me that.
Yeah,
you don't got to make it personal.
Yeah, well, you close that door like people don't love you.
Yeah, but what? Does your car get damaged if someone slams the door? Or
I feel like it's not a good thing when you slam it that hard.
I've never heard of like the car doesn't get cracked or something. If you're,
I don't know what could happen, but
I think it's just a respect thing for people.
I don't know. I feel like something could get knocked a little out of loose.
It is so funny to slam someone's door and have them get mad on the spot, though.
Yeah, I'll tell you what used to make me actually physically snap. I'd be so pissed. is I had a convertible and everybody wanted to jump in it, like the cool
Oh,
convertible.
yeah. Dukes of Hazzard.
I'm like, dude, open the door. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're getting their butt on your
Stepping
doors.
on your fucking door with their shoes, your brand new paint job, just kicking the top of your door.
Wow.
Door panel, everything.
That's what you get for buying a convertible, though. I mean,
Yeah.
how could we not
Or you know what some people
do
do?
the Scarface?
I can't stand this when people check out your car and they start banging the panels. Oh, this is nice. Bang. This is solid.
Yeah, stop spanking my car.
It's like, dude, the car itself, it's metal, but you could still mess that up. Like, you can't
right.
be
You can
smacking.
still ding it.
Right. You could dent it. You could look down the side.
Yeah, they're just punching your car. And
That's
what is this, Chinese?
Right. Boom. This is solid. Boom.
Yeah, they don't make them like this no more.
Or, you know, people always love to act like they're car guys, too. I can't stand that. They'll try to tell you there's Bondo and everything. Like, they have a father that always thinks there's Bondo in cars. And Bondo's like, if it was rusted, they fixed it. It means the car was like junk at one point and somebody painted it. Every old car I had, people would be like, that's a mud bucket from like 40 feet away. Thing's full of Bondo. I'd be like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Guys used to be so deep they'd carry magnets with them.
Wow.
And they'd be like, oh, you won't think it's full of Bondo? Here, take that magnet. And it would be in a sock. And they'd be going for hours. They'd be, feel that.
What happens if you have the magnet, though?
It sticks to metal.
Oh,
it won't
wow.
stick to Bondo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
so
then
this
they'll
guy
be
is
like,
carrying this magnet just to
Yeah.
just to test your car out.
and then they'll be like, that's all metal. People will say, that's all metal. That's
Wow.
resin. That's not solid.
Man,
He resined it.
How much time do you have?
You know, I don't want
something
dude, you
you're
know,
proving to somebody.
I hate when I pull up with my car and people go, oh, nice car. Then they lay on the ground and look underneath it. It's like, that's
Wow.
like looking up your wife's skirt. You don't do that. It's like, look, what's under
What
that
are
car
you
is my business.
What are you gonna see? Yeah.
You'll see.
Checking out,
Yeah.
checking out your axles.
If it's rusty or beat up, or
wow.
holes in the floor pans,
Huh.
they'll be like, look at that. That's beat. This is all, man, this is a cake beater. You got to restore it.
Wow.
Who is this, Poor 15?
See,
Not
that's,
even
that's why
factory.
you got to keep the gun on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bang.
You're not looking under here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you keep it down there.
Get up.
Yeah.
They get
You're
all
gonna
in
have
the
a
wheel
problem.
wells.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever have somebody like spill food in your car?
Man, I had somebody throw up in my car.
Oh, yeah.
Hated that. Yeah, people spill food all the time. You know, it's always those people like that Tommy Boy scene, the M&Ms down the drain. I hate when people get in your car and you're driving and they're just pressing all your buttons and shit. They just want to know what shit does.
Oh, they're pressing the cigarette lighter and the
Yeah, biting their nails and spitting it on you. You're like, dude, I just detailed this thing.
Yeah, the guy's rolling a blunt. It's just getting everywhere.
See, now that I have to pay for details, I don't have, like, the chemicals cost money. We don't have a power washer. Like, if I had a nice car in New York, I'd have to pay somebody to detail it.
Yeah.
Then I would be picky because you just spent $200.
Yeah. I want to get rich enough to the point where it's like, this shit is like, I got a guy who takes care of all this stuff.
Right.
I don't even want to be in a situation where it's like, I got to make rules about what kind of shoes you can wear in my car.
Or your yacht. Would you ever have a yacht? I feel like that's just an expense.
I mean, that's what they always say about yachts. You're supposed to rent.
Right.
You rent somebody else's yacht.
You charter it.
Yeah, you don't get your own because it's like, how often are you really?
There's this guy that charters yachts. I see him every now and then. He's always like just doing like the Grand Turks runs in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
So I've seen him like 3 times, but he set it up nice. And he has electric bikes for everybody. The yacht could charter 12 people.
Oh, wow.
And everybody has different meal plans and everything. It's $12,000 a ticket.
Wow.
To take this yacht to the Bahamas.
I bet that's a pretty sick trip, though.
Yeah,
If you got
the
money
yacht
like
looks
that.
crazy.
Yeah, everything's
There's
taken
people
care
in
of.
white coats outside. Like, he has a whole staff, chefs, lobster. Like, it's
Wow.
like it's the works. You get the little electric bikes. I mean, I don't know. I would be like, man, let me just fly. You're going to the Bahamas, like,
See, the thing is, you still think about this as a guy who doesn't have money.
right?
If you're a guy who $12,000 is nothing to you, it's like,
I wanna eat
just
lobster.
fucking throw it at him.
Yeah.
Here, you want another one?
Take this and don't look at me.
Yeah.
I'd be one of those nice guys. I don't want to be one of those guys like, you know, when they're getting on the private jet and they don't look at the flight steward. You know, you got to make that eye contact. You got to say, hey, how are you?
This is the eye contact right here. You throw this at him. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Floyd Mayweather style. It's fucked up that, like, most people, you ever think about this? The vast majority of people will never have a nice car.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Not only like, and not even like 200 years into the future, and you think about what the future looks like in terms of technology, flying cars and whatever else, internet. People are still going to be driving shit cars.
Yeah.
They're never the cars. There's always going to be some people driving shit cars, and a few people have a nice car.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be like that.
And people like those shit cars, though. I had a few, man. One of my favorite cars was a shit car. Dude, it was this little Honda Civic. I loved it, though.
The 99?
Yeah, it was beat. I had the 95. I think it was a 95. I had a few Civics, but the 95 coupe. Dude, I bought a motorcycle for $300 and traded the motorcycle for the car. I had $300 in this car.
Oh.
It was my favorite car.
Well, it's your favorite car, but it's not like you had a Porsche. And it's like, oh, you
Right.
know what I prefer is the Civic.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is your favorite among your shit cars. It's like,
Yeah, that's true, too.
yeah.
I want to start collecting older cars. That's where the money's going to really be. Those are going extinct.
Yeah, but it's not like a luxury experience, though.
Yeah,
I
but
bet if you
anybody could have that luxury experience if you have the money. But not everybody could have that old car.
But the experience itself, though, it's not. It's probably still all shaky.
Oh, yeah.
I bet those old
but
cars,
that's what
there's
those
no
old cars are about.
Yeah, but it's like, I got my hot wife. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
get her all shaky and shit.
Yeah.
Trying to get nice.
Yeah, them African wives don't like
Driving
those
up to
old cars.
Westchester.
Yeah.
Just roll the windows down.
Right.
Just nice smooth ride where it's like all like you're driving you like you're on the road and the road looks bumpy, but
Yeah.
somehow your car is still like it's all smooth.
Yeah. You
And
get
a nice purr.
You get that
You've
type
done
of car that talks to you. Hey, change the station. Okay, putting on rock.
Yeah. But just the feeling too of like when it's I guess you're driving when you get like a nice Porsche, it probably is a stick, right?
I think you can go either or nowadays. They got that tap shift. You ever see that?
I don't know.
It's a stick or automatic with no clutch. You can
Oh,
shift
well.
gears on your own. You just tap it and it shifts gears.
I bet the feeling though of when it goes from like second gear to third gear and you get that kind of bump. But I bet in a Porsche though it's probably smooth.
See, the cool thing to
Just-
do
Yeah.
when you have one of those Porsches, what you got to do is you got to go outside with your shirt off and detail it in your driveway.
Ah, yeah.
That's the real move.
Like Joe Biden.
Yeah, you got the shirt off,
Yeah.
you know.
I think that's more of a Corvette move than a Porsche.
Oh, that's definitely a
Porsche,
Corvette
you take
move.
it to a guy, yeah.
Yeah,
The
you know a
Corvette-
special guy.
The Vet, you're in the yard. Yeah, that's when you're that 50-year-old guy trying to pick up, new high school grads.
Yeah, talking to the mailman.
Yeah, reminiscing on old times.
You making a lot of routes?
Yeah. Fucked up tattoos and
Long day since high school, huh?
everything. I keep getting older. They stay the same age.
Yeah, why don't you get one of these Corvettes? That's what they say. You should get one of these Porsches.
Yeah, it's surprisingly affordable.
Yeah, I get it. You're one of those guys, you like to take care of your family. That ain't me.
Yeah.
One thing about me, I do for myself.
I like driving fast.
Yeah.
That's how you end up being the guy who dies in a drag race.
Yeah. See, with the Porsche, like that type of move, like, you want to drive that slow. It's crazy. The faster the car, the slower you want to drive it. Because
Right.
you don't want one person to miss you.
That's true.
And
You act cool in a Porsche too. You don't got to act like it's a big deal.
if I had one of those Porsches, I'd have to start doing that motivation, those humble brags. You ever see the people on Instagram? They'll be in like a $100,000 jet. You just gotta go hard. I just want to give thanks.
I wake up
They'll
every
be
morning.
showing the jet.
Yeah, I wake up every morning and I work.
Yeah.
Do you work?
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
They found out a lot of these people in these jets, they're just renting a studio. They're shooting that in a location in L.A.
Oh yeah.
You could go to a place.
They got those here in New York too.
Wow.
It's where people do like influencer stuff.
Yeah, we got to pull up and do one at the jet. We got the bands.
Yeah.
We'll get all black, some Yusaki bottles too.
Yeah, right. Get some Fiji waters going.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, it's all,
Oh, yeah.
a
No,
couple blanks in there.
the centers are, the centers are blank.
Yeah.